Okay, today we're going to look at the idea of quadratic equations. Those equations actually, not just quadratics, not the equations. We're going to look at quadratics that means x with a square in it, x squared and then so many x and then a number. But we're going to look at it in context of area. So this is a Khan Academy question that's come up. Maybe you've seen it before. I'm going to give this exercise again, then you're going to try it. Maybe it'll make more sense now for those who tried it and it didn't make sense. They say that the the area of this rectangle is x squared minus 11x plus 30. Well, if that's the area, we know that area of a rectangle is width times length. So it means this width is multiplying by this x minus 5 to equal this. So the problem is you're trying to figure out what factor here. It's, it's something in a bracket that will multiply by this to give you this. Well, you could get the answer if you just factored x squared minus 11x plus 30. You'd go x, just the regular thing, x times x to give you x squared. Two numbers that will multiply to equal 30, but somehow combine to equal 11. Well, negative 5 times negative 6, that makes the plus 30 work. And then you just check to make sure minus 5 times x is minus 5x. And minus 6 times x, the outside one is minus 6x. When you put them together, you get minus 11x. So your answer is this bracket x minus 6. That's the width. But if that doesn't make sense looking at the picture, maybe I'm going to show you this rectangle right here. What if I made a rectangle? And instead of putting x minus 5, I put an x here and a negative 5 number right there. But it's still x minus 5. And this is x. And then I put the number, instead of x minus 6, I put minus 6 here. Well, then you kind of should be able to see, and this will help in the next video, this is x times x. So this is your part that's x squared. Now this whole thing is x by x by x, this whole thing right here. This side here is x. So it's minus 5 times x. That gives you minus 5x. Down here, this length must be x, just like it is up above. And minus 6 times x gives you minus 6 here. And the plus 30 is a little bit tricky. If that's minus 6 there, then it must be minus 6 right here. And if that's minus 5, it must be minus 5 right here. And minus 6 times minus 5 is 30. So there you have it. X squared minus 5x minus 6x plus 30. That's what x minus 5 times x minus 6 is. And it's kind of illustrated in the area of this rectangle you see here. The illustration kind of shows why x minus 6 is the width and x minus 5 is the length. So minus 6, it means this is shorter than this. It's out of proportion. It's really the 4 products of FOIL that are in here. Well, you can look at the notes real careful and just play the video as many times as you need, and that should work. So that's the end of this video. I'm going to stop